beautiful evening on the island of Sodor. The engines were busy at Lower Tinsmouth Halt, collecting their last passengers for the evening. Bertrand the bus and Algy the bus were busy collecting passengers from their engines. Caroline, meanwhile, was very scared. She knew something was up. She admired the church bell, that dung and dang. That meant only one thing. The engines knew what it may have been. Thomas, who heard the bell, was reminded of his encounter with the faceless engine last year and how his defeation led to his ultimate demise. Mallard thought the idea of the faceless engine was silly. Oh, the faceless engine. There's so many faceless engines out there. Look at many others in the universe. Edward remained silent and wouldn't reply to Mallard. Right on, old boy, but the truth is, the faceless engine's real. I've seen it firsthand, and it wasn't pretty. Most recently, Flying Scotsman, though, was very worried. I think Alfred might be up to something. You could be right there, Scotsmans. But who knows? It could be anyone. I mean, we have dealt with a lot of ghosts. You're quite right, City of Turo. Sir Topham Hatt stepped out of the coaches. We have to deal with this nonsense once and for all. The faceless engine was defeated, yes, but there's still a good chance he might return. So we have to be ready. It could be Alfred. It could be Charleston. It could even be Jasper Fitzgerald, for all I know, pulling up his own antics to scare us. The engines had to agree with Sir Topham Hatt and the Fat Controller, as both controllers decided to leviance an agreement with Lala and Sin to try and stop the said nonsensicalness. The engines made their way. But that night on the old Hadwin branch line, it happened. The rail gates were closed, for now. Henry was making his way home tender first. His safety valve was jammed. The signal mysteriously went red. Old Bailey knew that something was wrong. The gates then closed at that moment after Henry left. That gave clearance for Crowin and Helen to make their way home. They were puffing through the dark, dank forest. The governor had never been down this line before. Helen was scared, but Crowin knew that this was nonsensical. But then, he got spooked. Terence the tractor, who was plowing in the nearby fields, noticed that there was danger ahead of Crowin, and he warned the engine. Crowin, stop! There's a landslide! Farmer Fitty telephoned for help, while Crowin's driver tried to stop the train. He was able to stop the train just in time. But they didn't notice a familiar figure was watching on the platform. A figure that they had not seen in a long time. Oh, just you wait. I'll stop the new engine, Zero. Crowin's driver and fireman were shaken. They did not know who was there. What the hell was that? What was going on here? Is someone trying to warn us? Trying to warn us of something to come? I'm really confused. Crowin did not know what to say. But then they saw two figures walking by. Hello? Hello, y'all. I'm Rogman. This is Constable Champ. We tried to warn you of a landslide, but we also have to make sure of something else. Be warned. Alfred's on the loose again. He's trying to do something really bad, and we are going to try and help you as much as we can. Crowin and his crew agreed, and Rogman and Helen went into Helen. Helen was not so certain about the two newcomers, but the governor was confident. As for Crowin, he was a little startled, and when he told Henrietta and Henry about the whole situation on their lines, they knew that something was wrong. As for the landslide, the next morning, James and Hannah had to come and collect the mess to cleanse the slides.